Does it diversify? Does it diversify?
Çeşitlendiriyor mu?
Must buy. Must buy.
Satın almak gerekir.
Does not appear new. Do you wash?
Yıkamak mı?
Couldn't I have owned a house 4 centuries ago? Can't I own a house before 4 centuries?
400 yıldan önce ev sahibi olamaz mıyım?
Were his grandchildren weathermen? Are we going to use grandchildren as weather presenters?
Torunları hava durumu sunucusu olarak mı kullanacağız?
Will they reply every week? Will they reply every week?
Her hafta cevap verecekler mi?
Should he coach after 2 months? Should we coach after 2 months?
2 ay sonra mı koçluk yapmalıyız?
Should show. Should show.
Göstermeli.
Will he rarely teach? Will he rarely teach?
Nadiren öğretecek mi?
Our grandmother is a sports reporter. Our grandmother is a sports reporter.
Büyükannemiz spor muhabiri.
I don't ask for 2 afternoons. I don't ask after 2 weeks.
2 hafta sonra sormuyorum.
They won't come after midnight. They won't come after midnight.
Bir gece yarısı sonra gelmeyecekler.
That address. That address.
O adres.
Are they always golfers? Will they always be golfers?
Her zaman golfçü mü olacaklar?
Never agreed? Never agreed?
Asla razı olmadım mı?
He will retire in a month. He will retire in a month.
Bir ay sonra emekli olacak.
It can dive after 3 days. It can dive after 3 days.
3 gün sonra dalabilir.
Don't they approve? Don't they approve?
Onaylamıyorlar mı?
Can't I suspect? Can't I suspect?
Şüphelenemez miyim?
Should it break? Should it break?
Kırmalı mı?
Did he try now? Did I try now?
Şimdi denedim mi?
Can't I teach after 5 weeks? Can't I teach after 5 weeks?
5 hafta sonra ders veremez miyim?
Rarely can it tick? Rarely can it tick?
Nadiren işaretleyebilir mi?
We will not improve on a weekly basis. We will not improve on a weekly basis.
Haftalık olarak gelişmeyeceğiz.
His stepdaughter was a bounty hunter. His stepdaughter was a bounty hunter.
Üvey kızı kelle avcısıydı.
Should I quote from last year? Do I have to quote the last chapters?
Geçen bölümleri alıntılamak zorunda mıyım?
Can't we be nurses now? Can't we be composing now?
Şimdi beste olamaz mıyız?
Are their daughters salespeople? Are their daughters salespeople?
Kızları pazarlamacı mı?
Can you take daily notes? Can I get a diary?
Günlük alabilir mi?
Go. Go.
Git.
Should it be the bellhop of the decade? Should it be the bellhop of the decade?
10 yılın bel boyu olmalı mı?
Should it be added from time to time? Should it be added from time to time?
Ara sıra eklemeli mi?
Wouldn't he run after 4 days? Won't run after 4 days?
4 gün sonra koşmayacak mı?
It can kill. It can kill.
Öldürebilir.
Your husband is an artist. Husband artist.
Koca sanatçı.
Should not be the messenger at sunrise. The messenger should not be at sunrise.
Güneş doğarken elçi olmamalıdır.
Can we specify dawn? Can we specify the time of dawn?
Şafak vaktini belirtebilir miyiz?
Should it be checked at night? Should it be checked at night?
Gece kontrol edilmeli mi?
Hairdresser after 4 weekends? Hairdresser after 4 weekends?
Kuaför 4 hafta sonu sonra mı?
2 weeks doesn't matter. 2 weeks doesn't matter.
2 hafta merak etmiyor.
Do I have to teach in a minute? Do I have to teach in a minute?
1 dakika sonra ders vermem gerekiyor mu?
Would it be better? Would it be better?
Daha iyi olur mu?
I can't train often. I can't train often.
Sık sık antrenman yapamam.
They are no longer philosophers. They are no longer philosophers.
Artık filozof değiller.
Could not attend. Could not attend.
Katılamadı.
His colleague is a linguist. His colleague is a linguist.
Meslektaşı dil bilimcidir.
His wife is a stylist. Stylist.
Stilist.
We didn't work last year. We didn't work last year.
Geçen sene çalışmıyorduk.
Don't we carry? Don't we carry?
Taşımaz mıyız?
He could have applied 2 days ago. He could have applied 2 days ago.
2 gün önce başvurabilirdi.
We can't get it after a month. We can't get it after a month.
Bir ay sonra alamıyoruz.
Is that sign? Or sign?
Veya işaret mi?
Shouldn't you normally open it? Don't you need to open it personally?
Kişisel olarak açman gerekmiyor mu?
Wasn't he a daily astronaut? Not expand daily astronaut?
Günlük astronot genişletmek değil mi?
Did he thank you at dusk? Did he thank you at dusk?
Alacakaranlıkta teşekkür etti mi?
You didn't ride. You didn't ride.
Binmedin.
Was our uncle an inspector? Our uncle inspector broadcast? 2 weeks doesn't matter. 2 weeks doesn't matter.
2 hafta merak etmiyor.
Can't I be a missionary later? Can't I be a missionary later?
Daha sonra misyoner olamaz mıyım?
Should I dive right now? Should I dive right now?
Hemen dalmalı mıyım?
Should not be fed. Should not be fed.
Yedirmemelidir.
Then we are technicians. Then we are technicians.
Daha sonra teknisyeniz.
Was her grandmother a songwriter? Does his grandmother write lyrics?
Büyükannesi söz yazar.
Can't we be judges in 4 weeks? Can't we be judges in 4 weeks?
4 hafta sonra yargıç olamaz mıyız?
I was. I was.
Ben vardım.
Your grandfather is a mechanic. Your grandfather is a mechanic.
Senin deden tamirci.
Was my grandson a window cleaner? My grandson window cleaner protector?
Torunum pencere temizleyicisi koruyucusu.
We know. We guys.
Biz çocuklar.
It can be published after 4 weeks. It can be published after 4 weeks.
4 hafta sonra yayınlayabilir.
Wouldn't it reduce 10 years? Can't you finish your anniversary?
Yıl dönümünü tamamlamaz mısınız?
You're kicking at sunset. You're kicking at sunset.
Gün batımında bir tekme atıyorsun.
We could wage war at night. We could wage war at night.
Gece vakti savaş açabilirdik.
Should I appeal later? Objection later?
Daha sonra itiraz etmeyi mi?
They would manage 4 afternoons. After 4 weeks they would manage.
4 hafta sonra idare edeceklerdi.
Will not be selected every week. Will not be desired every week.
Her hafta arzulanmayacak.
Was my father a chef? Dad chief?
Babam şefi.
Were our parents writers? Are our parents far-reaching?
Anne babamız geniş kapsamlı mı?
We were often not encouraged. We were often not encouraged.
Sık sık teşvik edilmedik.
Is her stepfather a poet? Is her stepfather a poet?
Üvey babası şair mi?
Shouldn't be dealing with it. Shouldn't be dealing with it.
Onunla ilgilenmemeli.
They are the rule. They are the rule.
Onlar kuraldır.
Weekly streamer? Weekly streamer?
Haftalık yayıncı mı?
Can he draw in an hour? Can he draw in an hour?
1 saat sonra çizebilir mi?
We couldn't come 2 days ago. We couldn't come 2 days ago.
2 gün önce gelemedik.
Doesn't he complain? Won't I complain?
Şikayet etmeyeceğim mi?
Are his siblings investors? Are his siblings investors?
Kardeşleri yatırımcı mı?
We should never return. We should never return.
Asla dönmemeliyiz.
Must be an investor at dawn. Must be an investor at dawn.
Şafakta yatırımcı olmalı.
Then they must be negotiators. Then they must be negotiators.
O zaman müzakereci olmalılar.
They were not organized last year. They were not organized last year.
Geçen sene organize olamadılar.
They would work. They would work.
Çalışacaklardı.
Can I grow old? Is it livable?
Yaşanabilir mi?
Shouldn't you be a lobbyist for 10 years? Shouldn't you be a lobbyist for 10 years?
10 yıl lobici olmanız gerekmiyor mu?
He's not the daily announcer. He's not the daily announcer.
O günlük spiker değil.
We can be successful every day. We can be successful every day.
Her gün başarılı olabiliriz.
My uncle is the manager. My uncle is the manager.
Amcam yönetici.
Can't I think? Can't I think?
Düşünemez miyim?
Will he become an artist in 3 months? Will he become an artist in 3 months?
3 ay sonra sanatçı olur mu?
Are we ecologist a century from now? Are we ecologist a century from now?
Bir asır sonra ekolojist miyiz?
Shouldn't affect soon. Close influence.
Yakın etkilemeli.
Were our children educators? Are children educator libraries?
Çocuklarımız eğitimci kütüphaneleri.
Our niece is an artist. Our niece is an artist.
Yeğenimiz sanatçı.
After 5 evenings, he cannot object. After 5 evenings, he cannot object.
5 akşam sonra itiraz edemez.
I won't start often. I won't start often.
Sık sık başlamayacağım.
We did not create. We did not create.
Yaratmadık.
Does she normally have to be a nurse? Does it have to be characteristic?
Karakteristik olmak zorunda mı?
Would behave. Was a guest.
Misafirdi.
They were never implemented. They never applied.
Asla uygulamadılar.
We couldn't answer. We couldn't answer.
Cevap veremedik.
We don't like. Our lovers.
Sevenlerimiz.
Then they mine. Then they are mining.
Daha sonra madencilik yapıyorlar.
Didn't he replace? Was it replaced?
Yerine koymak mıydı?
I didn't do the weekly courier. I couldn't do a weekly courier.
Haftalık kurye yapamadım.
Can't I deny? Can't I deny?
İnkar edemez miyim?
Was her mother a painter? Is her mother a painter?
Annesi ressam mı?
Can they make jewelry soon? Can they make jewelry soon?
Yakında kuyumculuk yapabilirler mi?
After 2 weeks we may not be long sailors. After 2 weeks we may not be long sailors.
2 hafta sonra uzun denizci olamayabiliriz.
I didn't become an operator a week ago. I didn't become an operator a week ago.
1 hafta önce operatör olmadım.
I may be missing. I may be missing.
Eksikim olabilir.
Should I be a blogger after 5 days? Should I be a blogger after 5 days?
5 gün sonra blogger olmalı mı?
Our neighbor was the guard. Our neighbor was the guard.
Komşumuz gardiyandı.
Will he throw? Will he throw?
Atacak mı?
We always run away. We always run away.
Hep kaçarız.
She can be a housewife in the previous one evening. She can be a housewife in the previous one evening.
Önceki bir akşam ev hanımı olabilir.
Should grow by noon. Should grow by noon.
Öğlen büyümeli.
Your husband is an artist. Husband artist.
Koca sanatçı.
Are we singing? Are we singing?
Şarkı mı söylüyoruz?
Didn't I install? Didn't I install?
Kurmadım mı?
They would win. They would win.
Kazanırlardı.
You can never place it. You can never place it.
Asla yerleştiremezsin.
She is laughing. Laughing.
Gülerek.
Cannot visit every year. Can't visit him year after year.
Onu yıl ziyaret edemez.
Can I address? Can I address?
Hitap edebilir miyim?
I wouldn't be an artist at 3 o'clock after midnight. I make artist builds at 3 a.m. after midnight.
Gece yarısından sonra 3'te sanatçı yapılarım.
Should I be a blogger after 5 days? Should I be a blogger after 5 days?
5 gün sonra blogger olmalı mı?
After 5 nights we won't care. After 5 nights we won't care.
5 gece sonra umursamayacağız.
Not often a pharmacist. Often not cutting edge.
Sık sık kesici değildir.
Are you the monthly warrior? Are you a monthly warrior?
Aylık savaşçısı mısın?
Couldn't apply next year. Couldn't apply next year.
Gelecek yıl başvuramadı.
Can't we order? Can't we order?
Emir veremez miyiz?
Weren't they curious? Don't they care?
Merak etmiyorlar mı?
Will you increase? Will you increase?
Artıracak mısınız?
Should we know? Should we know?
Bilmeli miyiz?
You cannot create. You cannot create.
Oluşturamazsınız.
Descendants are workers. Descendants workers.
Torunları işçileri.
Can't train after 5 days? Am I in charge of training after 5 days?
5 gün sonra antrenman sorumlusu muyum?
Are their cousins shoemakers? Are their cousins shoemakers?
Kuzenleri kunduracı mı?
Shouldn't we be gardening in a second? Shouldn't we be gardening in a second?
Bir saniye sonra bahçıvanlık yapmamız gerekmez mi?
My mother was a cardiologist. My mother was a cardiologist.
Annem kardiyologdu.
Hairdresser after 4 weekends? Hairdresser after 4 weekends?
Kuaför 4 hafta sonu sonra mı?
Wouldn't he have planned? Not planning?
Planlamaz.
Does not appear. Wash.
Yıkamak.
Can't we vote? Can't we vote?
Oy kullanamaz mıyız?
Was their spouse a reporter? Peers data storage?
Eşleri veri depolama.
Can't I save? Can't I save?
Kurtaramaz mıyım?
They were not occasional illustrators. They were not occasional illustrators.
Ara sıra illüstratör olmadılar.
My father was a lawyer. My father was a lawyer.
Babam avukattı.
We can throw. We can throw.
Atabiliriz.
Is your neighbor an actuary? Is your neighbor an actuary?
Komşunuz aktüer mi?
Is our son an oncologist? Is our son an oncologist?
Oğlumuz onkolog mu?
Was your stepfather a greengrocer? Your stepdad is a greengrocer?
Üvey baban manav çıkmak.
Can't make a weekly cream? Can't make a weekly cream?
Haftalık krem yapamaz mı?
Is her stepdad a gardener? Is her stepdad a gardener?
Üvey babası bahçıvan mı?
Is your grandson an analyst? Is your grandson an analyst?
Torununuz analist mi?
Is your grandson a trainer? Is your grandson a trainer?
Torunu eğitmen mi?
Did we get hurt later? Are we arrested or injured?
Tutuklanmak mı yaralandık?
Will we never be dietitians? Will we never be dietitians?
Asla diyetisyen olmayacak mıyız?
I couldn't leave at dusk. I couldn't leave at dusk.
Alacakaranlıkta ayrılamadım.
Isn't she cold? Aren't you cold?
Üşümüyor musun?
Should he answer? Should he answer?
Cevap vermeli mi?
Aren't we going to be interviewers for 10 years? Aren't we going to be interviewers for 10 years?
10 yıl görüşmeci olmayacak mıyız?
Can I travel? Can I travel?
Seyahat edebilir miyim?
Was my half-brother a dermatologist? Can you be dermatologist with your stepbrother?
Üvey kardeşinle dermat olabilirsin.
His half-sisters were caregivers. She was a stepdaughter.
Üvey kız bakıcısıydı.
Were your cousins tailors? Cousins tailor?
Kuzenlerin terzisi.
Is your stepdad the weatherman? Is your stepdad the weatherman?
Üvey baban hava durumu sunucusu mu?
Can it burn? Can it burn?
Yanabilir mi?
The stepdaughter's librarian. Step librarian.
Üvey kütüphaneci.
Was his brother a landscape architect? His brother is a landscape architect?
Kardeşi peyzaj mimarı.
Shouldn't I be a businesswoman soon? Shouldn't I be getting a job soon?
Yakında iş yaptırmamalı mıyım?
They were drinking. They were drinking.
İçki içiyorlardı.
They could become senators right away. They could become senators right away.
Hemen senatör olabilirler.
Do we lose in the night time? Can we come at night time?
Gece vakti gelebilir miyiz?
Doesn't he need to fix it? Shouldn't it be repaired?
Tamir etmesi gerekmez mi?
Can I start? Can I start?
Başlayabilir miyim?
Don't they need to review? Don't they need to review?
İncelemeleri gerekmiyor mu?
We had not been in intensive care for a weekend before. He had not been in intensive care for a weekend before.
Daha önce bir hafta sonu yoğun bakımda değildi.
Can't we prove it at sunrise? Can't we prove it at sunrise?
Güneş doğarken kanıtlayamaz mıyız?
Can't visit often? Can't visit often?
Sık sık ziyaret edemez mi?
Can't we be nurses now? Can't we be composing now?
Şimdi beste olamaz mıyız?
Can you midwife later on the fourth evening? Can I be a midwife later in the fourth evening?
Dördüncü akşam daha sonra ebe olabilir mi?
Is your mother-in-law a historian? Is your mother-in-law a historian?
Kayınvalideniz tarihçi mi?
Your uncle was a courier. Your uncle was a courier.
Amcan kuryeydi.
Won't you notice? Won't you notice?
Fark etmeyecek misin?
After 5 evenings, he cannot object. After 5 evenings, he cannot object.
5 akşam sonra itiraz edemez.
Am I not a daily blogger? Am I not a daily blogger?
Günlük blog yazarı değil miyim?
You will immediately become the second man. You will immediately become the second man.
Hemen ikinci adam olursun.
His wife is an anesthesiologist. His wife is an anesthesiologist.
Karısı anestezisti.
Is our brother an orthopedist? Is our brother an orthopedist?
Kardeşimiz ortopedist mi?